What's poppin', YouTube? The new battery came in. We just got her in there. I was finna show you guys us putting her in there, but I was like, it's the same as the last video with David. If y'all make sure y'all watch that. It's the same exact process. I took the battery out that David let us borrow. John did his job for the time being, indeed. But we got the new battery in there. Fits perfect. Put the computer down. Seat sits down perfect. And then f4i signal comes up for a second and it goes right away. All we got next to do is the clutch perch. Put a new clutch perch on there. That's in the house. And the new ignition switch. That's also in the house. After that, all we got to worry about is cosmetics. Maybe put some more coolant in there. Do an oil change. Other than that, this baby's mint now. This baby's mint now. So we're going to be back with y'all once we start messing with the clutch perch and everything. Yeah. Ignition switch. Just got the new one in there. Old one's out. New ignition switch is in there. I'm a little scared about these wires being freaking exposed right here. I'm not sure if that's good or not, but we'll find out if it's turning on or not. The ignition switch is very self-explanatory. Take these two bolts out right here on each side. Take these two bolts out right here on each side, the cap. Then it pops right out from the bottom. Pull it out, unplug it right here. Plug the new one back in, and you're ready to go. So we're gonna get this back in first. I should probably see if the ignition switch is even working. So we're gonna try that first. See if this ignition switch is working first. All right, ignition. I just plugged the solenoid back in. Plugged the battery back in because I didn't want to be running the battery down while the ignition switch wasn't working. Electric's on. Come here. Keys inside the new ignition switch. You see the electric's on. It's telling us the time. It's not the correct time. Let's freaking go, baby. Let's freaking go. New ignition switch in there. We're good. Oh. Like I said, man, it's very self-explanatory. I was gonna watch a YouTube before I did this, but me and her little brother went out here. We looked at it for a second and we were like, hold up. That looks dummy-proofed. And it indeed was dummy-proofed, guys. I do not kid you. We got an ignition switch now. Show y'all when it's done. We gotta get this clutch perch and then we're good. YouTube. Man, oh man. Got the old solenoid out. Got the new one in there. But in the process of putting the new one in there, our tool snapped inside the freaking bolt, man. So that's a dud deal doing that. It's in good enough, so I'm not worried about it. It's definitely not coming out while riding or anything like that. It's tight as all hell. Plugged in, it works and everything. Battery, brand new battery's perfect. Solenoid's good. Done with this old junk. Now we're just taking off this gas cap. Since we got the new ignition switch and they both have the same key, we gotta put a new gas cap on there as well. So right now we're taking this gas cap off. It's nothing crazy. Just taking some Allen keys and unscrewing all the screws. So other than that, I'll catch y'all once I have this off and getting a new one on there. So the gas cap isn't all that simple, it turns out. I think I might have messed up. Oh, never mind. Just had to unlock it. Gas cap is on there. She is good. Let me show y'all her opening it up. She's a little hard to pull up, but I'm guessing that's just because it's new, don't got no oil in it or nothing. Or Anything to keep it from going smoothly. Push this down easy. Make sure this ignition switch still busting. Yup. Make sure this battery's still busting. Did I not plug the battery back in all the way? I didn't. Alright, what's going on, YouTube? Back from yesterday, getting the ignition switch in, the gas cap and everything. Turns out the battery is plugged in. Battery's fine. Everything's chilling on the bike. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but put the kill switch on. I get no prime. I get no fuel prime at all. This f4i or F1 signal's popping up. It's not flashing though, it's staying solid. I know. They're usually supposed to be flashing so that you can tell what's going on or see what type of signal that it's sending out. But mine is staying solid. I'm getting no fuel prime. We took the tank off to check the ground wire. Saw nothing wrong with the ground wire. Saw nothing wrong with the wires under the tank, which is connected to the fuel. So I'm not sure what it could be. Me and my girlfriend's dad were looking at it for a little while. We just can't figure it out. So I don't know. I guess I'm about to just call the shop up, see what they say, or hopefully somebody on YouTube will be able to tell me what's good with her. But I'm getting no prime. She's trying to start. You can hear her getting a spark back here. She's getting a spark. She's trying to start up. Just no prime. There's no fuel prime. And it was running perfectly fine when I put the battery in there to bring it back here to the backyard to work on it. But after I put the new ignition switch in, the new cap on, starts up, comes on, but won't prime and start. Front headlights is on and everything, but won't start up and prime. Hopefully one of you could tell me what's up with it, or I'll just take her to the shop and they can get her done. Catch y'all later, YouTube. I hit up my boy Adrian, slugging daily. Sent him a video of the bike and everything that was going on. He was like, bro, it's definitely something with your ignition switch. Brand new ignition switch, mind you. Just got this. Came in the mail yesterday. No, a couple days ago, actually. So I unplugged the ignition switch. I was like, all right, let me take this out. Unplugged the ignition switch. Got the old one, which has no mechanics in there right now. Nothing but that very last mechanic down there. Has nothing in there. Said, all right, let me plug this back in and see if that does anything. Let me see if it really is just the ignition switch. You know what I mean? So I go ahead, I take the ignition switch because my solenoid's plugged in right now, so it should still turn on. And look at that. Flick it down. Prime. Start the bike up. Bike's running fine. It's the freaking brand new ignition switch I just bought. Something must be up with the pink wire, which I saw on YouTube. These pink wires can be messed up sometimes, but I don't see a pink wire on here. So I don't know what it is, man. I'm thinking about just taking the wiring off of this ignition switch and putting this old ignition switch wiring in there. But I'll get back to y'all, let y'all know what's going on with the 600.